You see this right here? This is an ocean that wants to be fished.
And this brings up the question I get all the time. Can we fish from our cabin? My name is Cecilia and I live on Svalbard, an island close to the North Pole. Being so far north above the Arctic tree line, nothing grows here. The ground is permanently frozen and 60% of the island is covered by glaciers. This harsh climate makes foraging a challenge, and our options for locally caught food are limited. However, in the summer, the rich Arctic waters teem with fish, providing us with essential food to stock our freezers for the long winter ahead. Fishing helps us secure our food supply and deepens our respect for nature. So, can we fish from our cabin? Well, even though our cabin is very close to the water, it's not an ideal spot for catching anything. So today I'm going to show you how we fish in the Arctic and how we turn these icy waters into our pantry. After catching the fish, we'll head back to the cabin where Christoffer will show you one of our favorite Scandinavian recipes made from our fresh catch. These meals not only feed us, but also connect us to the beautiful, rugged environment we call home. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to follow more of my Svalbard adventures and learn about life on the edge of the world. So let's get to fishing.
I looked outside and I'm like, wait a minute. It's actually really good weather for fishing. Ja, vi ska gå. Look at this. Come along. Have you... Look at this. Why is there a fur ball on your... Oh, du vet att... We're gonna go fishing, Grim. We're gonna go fishing. Ja. Vi ses på framsidan. Ja, spring till framsidan. Ja. So for today's fishing adventure, I have, of course, fixed myself a cup of coffee and a monster. And I also have breakfast in here for us. So we have actually protein pancakes because I was making them when I called him and I said we should go fishing instead. And these, some cracker bread. Okay, this is the bag. Should I bring anything else? No, I'm gonna listen to the sweet sounds of the ocean. Leker du med den? Du får komma här nu. Kom here. Ja, kom då. Kom. Du åker båt. Helvete. Under el barco. Hur djupt är det? 67 meters we are fishing on. Yikes. It takes so long to get this out. And we're under the boat. I don't love that. We're gonna have to change direction, I think, the next time. We have already a fish on the line, everybody. Oh, how many fish? Isn't it crazy that you can feel everything on the line? I think I might have a small... Okay, wait, they're on here. Might have a small one, you know? Today I've got 3 hooks on this line. Yeah, I think there might be a small one. A baby. Go back into the ocean, beautiful.
I find some spots that is always fish on, and this is probably the best one, and it's closest town that I use most of the time. But today, when it is like a bit windy, you know, you're drifting away so fast, so you only got one shot to get a fish, and then you have to go back again. So it's like, in a good day when it's no wind and no current, you can stay in the same spot for 1 hour. But like today, you have one shot and then it's time to go back.
We're gonna turn around the boat now, so I'm not fishing underneath. So the line goes out that way. Gotta hold on to my favorite hat, it's windy! Our cabin is right, well, not in front of us now because we moved, it's right over there. I know that people ask, can you fish outside your cabin? Yes, you can, but you would have to go out on the boat. It's not like we can just stand on the beach and throw a line.
No, it's a bit shallow.
Yeah, it's shallow for pretty far, isn't it?
In the water outside our cabin, we have a long stretch of shallow water filled with seaweed and shallow rock, which is not ideal for what we want to catch. The main thing we fish for is Arctic cod, and cod likes to hang out in deeper water than that. The best place to catch it is somewhere where there is a shallow part, like between 20 to 50 meters deep, with deeper water next to it, like 100 to 300 meters deep. And this spot that Christoffer has us at now has exactly that. Think of it like an underwater cliff's edge. This is where larger shoals of cod like to hunt for bait fish. Arctic cod is a very important fish in the north, as it is a source of food for whales, seals, fish, birds, and humans in Arctic ecosystems. In the summer, it is not uncommon to see whales feeding on cod and crustaceans in Isfjorden right outside our cabin.
First one. A beautiful, good-sized cod.
This boat isn't like this boat isn't for fishing. The other boat that I had, the Cod Killer, that was a good fishing boat. We 2 people out on that one. We could take so much fish, and it was like so easy to clean, and you were like outside on the deck, and that one was amazing for fishing. This one is like, it gets so messy already inside, so you don't want to fish too much because it gets blood everywhere, and it's kind of difficult to clean because you can't take like the water hose and clean it. So it's super good for fish that we want to take home, but not like before when we fished a lot. It was way more. It could take like a few 100 kilos per day, easy, if it was good weather and the fish was out there.
With his other boat, the little one, he used to fish and he sold it to the restaurants, and he also fished for the restaurant where we were working. So that is why he took up so much fish. It's actually kind of funny rules regarding fishing up here. You would think that we had a lot of fresh fish in the village, but there's actually no commercial fishing because we have nowhere. If I've understood it, it's because we don't have a fiskemottak, right? So we don't have a processing place for the fish when they fish. But they made a little nice loophole that any local can fish and sell it to the restaurants. But it's limited. It's a limited amount per boat per season, which I think is so good. So now the restaurants in town get local fresh fish, which I mean feels like it's a given that we should have that here. And locals can also go out and fish. What's the limit again?
2,000 kilos.
The limit per boat is 2,000 kilos per boat per season, and that is the whole fish, so not filleted. I could straight away feel here, but there's nothing, Christoffer. It's quiet, everybody's sleeping, they're not here.
Home after the fishing. We got 2 quite nice dinner fish that we're gonna fillet. I'm not a pro on filleting fish. I know how to do, and I've done a lot, but you know, not a pro. But let's fillet. Normally I start to cut but in the middle and from the tail, the freshest part of the fish. And then I go up towards the head. And then when I'm here, just follow with the knife. And then go through. And then we start on the other side. There's a bone in the middle. Try to come as close as possible to that one and just go through. Just follow the bones. Here we have a nice fillet. This part you can take off as well and use for fish soup or pasta, whatever you want to use. I normally use it for Grim. Grim likes to eat cod, so I use it for him. There you go, the next one. Follow the bone. Like when you have this kind of kilo, I don't know, like 3 kilos, 4 kilos cods, they are like super easy to fillet. They're always the same size as the board, and it's quite easy. When you start to get this like 10, 15, 20 kilos cod, then everything gets more tricky. Ready, steady, go. Here we have half a fish. When I fillet everything, I try to take the same pieces in like one vacuum, so I have like the same part of the fish. Then I take vacuum 4 of these. That's how I do it. Now we're gonna make some food. Pasta dough, I make it easy. I use the Thermomix for the pasta dough because it makes really good pasta and it's so easy. So the recipe, I don't know really, because I just have pasta dough, fresh pasta dough. So the Thermomix is like, you can easily explain it like it's a food processor, like a mixer, blender if you want to use it in the easy way, but it can cook so many things as well. So I'm gonna start. They say 200 grams with plain flour. When you follow the recipe on Thermomix, it's just next. 2 eggs. 1 tablespoon. Easy peasy. Dough will appear crumbly. Thermomix. Perfect thing. It says you should leave it in cling film for probably half an hour or something. But I don't do that. When I'm hungry, I just do it fast and it works quite fine. So if you don't have a pasta machine, you can just roll out this one really thin and make like tagliatelle. That's possible. You don't need a pasta machine to do pasta. I have one, so I'm gonna use the machine. So okay, so I'm Scandinavian, I'm not Italian here now, so I don't want to hear from all Italian people how we do pasta now. because I'm not the expert. But I think my pasta get out quite alright, even though it's not like 100% Italian style. This is Scandinavian style. So when I'm ready with this, then we go for the tagliatelle that Cecilia wanted today. Kind of food I like to eat is probably like proper Scandinavian food, if it's like the one if I cook to myself. But I like Spanish, Italian, like all food are good food. Mexican, I like food, so I like almost everything. But what I prefer to cook is probably classic Scandinavian food, because like that's what I grew up with. Classic farmer food. But it's nice. When I go out to eat, it really doesn't matter what I eat, because like as long as it's good food, I eat it. Minutes timer.
Let's taste. Oj, vad bra pastan blev. The pasta is so good. I can't believe you can make pasta. How's that possible? It's just so nice. Very fresh. You know?
Thank you so much for joining us today for a day of fishing and cooking with Christoffer. I hope you enjoyed this video. Like and subscribe to get notifications of when I post, which is every Sunday. I hope you have an absolutely wonderful day, and I will see you next week. Love you guys. Bye.